So newly emerged bees are shaken into this mixing bowl in our case, but you could use any container that's hard for them to climb up. And then they are placed into petri dish cups by hand. They can't sting at this point. You could wear lab gloves if you want. We count them 8 into a dish for most trials. They're set up in this way prior to giving them food. To give them a sugar syrup, we mix usually chemicals into that syrup and pour in 1-to-1 sugar water mix to a weigh boat, and that is the source for sugar water for the feeders that we use. And these feeders are cut off plastic Pasteur pipette bulbs, and you can squeeze them out once to make sure you get a full bulb. It's about 4 mils of liquid, and that will feed bees, these 8 bees, for about 2 weeks or more if you have the slant correct on the feeder. It's possible for one person to set up, maybe 60 or so feeders in 30 minutes and set them into the colony or into the arenas. As you can see, the bees are fairly calm, so it's not an issue with bees flying at this point or being overly active, which makes it much simpler. Once the feeders are in there, complete with the bees, we move them to a tray, and since we want the feeders to be accessible for many days to the bees, we put a small plastic shim under a stack of these arenas. You could, of course, also just put a slant to the tray itself, and that would be an easy way to keep them at a very slight slant in order to keep the liquid at the base of the feeder.